5 away, be ready. Rolling, stacking, start finish line now.
Alright, so we're gonna take this video back to our old roots. We're gonna do a reaction video with Chadfinchum, but this one's gonna be a little bit different. We're actually gonna switch seats too. I'm gonna get his initial reaction in the passenger seat. If you're not sure who Chad is, he is a NASCAR driver.
So I started racing back in 2001, 2002. So at a young age, always wanted to be a NASCAR driver. Big fan of the sport. Family's a big fan of the sport. And was able to make that dream come true around 2013. It was my first full-time season in NASCAR, and been in it ever since. And was full-time up until 2021, and then with COVID, had to go to part-time. So we've been part-time, or I've been part-time ever since the start of the 2021 season. And big Mustang enthusiast. Have always
for Toyota.
Yeah. Big Mustang enthusiast, love them, and bought my Shelby. It's the same, essentially the same Shelby JD's got, and I bought it in 13, and so I followed him on YouTube years ago, back when he was doing reaction videos, and have been coming to Mustang Week for quite some time. I think my first trip out to the beach for Mustang Week was either 2014 or 2015, and just never really had the chance to meet you or whatever the case was back then.
Right.
And so
we've messaged and tried to link up
for like a year.
Yeah, and it's just been so hard.
Can you move that? Golly.
And it's hot too.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
I can feel the heat soak in
yeah.
this.
That's like my car, you know, blower swap Shelby, making
see,
a lot of power.
Yours is Kenny Bell setup. This is a VMP Gen 3 2650.
Right.
So it's same car, different setup.
But you're higher power, I think. Right.
I mean, we're not too far off.
Right.
Though. And this one probably would you say it feels a lot different than yours?
Yeah, for sure, because even just right there with the hit, you said you had 14 gears, right?
Right.
So I'm still on the stock 331s. So with that hit and then the smaller blower, you're making more torque, 14 gears. I can definitely feel the punch.
And see, I'm actually hooking with these tires with it being this high.
Yeah, I don't hook. Spoke too soon.
Spoke too soon. We were skating all over the road, but when she did hook, did you feel it?
Now, what tires are these?
Mickey Thompson ET Streets, I think.
ET Street R's or whatever. Yeah, man, this car pulls. It pulls. Because you got to think. So I'm on 20-inch Alcoa rims with a low-profile Michelin.
Right.
At dang near the same power level or a little under, and so, you know, I'm blowing them off everywhere I go.
We didn't scare them yet, but we're about to scare them. I'm gonna make a right turn.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
I'm only used to left turns.
I know.
Are you gonna warn me first?
Oh.
The funny thing was when we're racing, so obviously NASCAR is like 90% oval tracks, right? But they have about 5 or 6 tracks on the circuit that are road course. And I always tell people when we're going to road courses, when I'm doing interviews and stuff, I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty dang good on the left-hand turns, but when we get to the right-handers, like, we're Siri at Siri or Hey Google on a right-hander.
As soon as I said that we're...
Literally, you hooked the first time.
Yeah, yeah. I think we're at a higher speed, too.
Yeah. Let's say you're going to race somebody. Where do you like... Are you like second gear, 40?
I ease into second. It'll...
This guy's turning. Actually might have a decent little... You can't beat the power of these things, man. I'm telling you. Them 14 gears, cool.
Yeah.
You're gonna make me spend money.
You think a 373 would be better?
Perfect.
It would be perfect.
And I think it'd help some of your spin, which typically you probably don't spin a whole lot. I don't know why we're spinning.
It's power. It's horsepower. Let's switch seats.
Okay. Man, this car's a lot of fun.
It's a beast, isn't it?
God, it's fun. And you can hear that blower. What boost? Do you know the boost?
I think we're around like 21 and a half, like 21.
Because you can definitely hear it. That's something in my car.
She screams.
So my car is 18 pounds on the Kenny Bell, and I mean you can still hear it, but it's probably not as prominent as this. Now, have you upgraded the brakes on the front of this car?
The only thing I did on the brakes, all PowerStop drilled and slotted rotors, PowerStop pads.
Okay.
So, and they're the ceramic pads. But it's still the original Brembo caliper.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're on basically my same setup then.
Yeah.
God, that sounds good. Now, what's your exhaust setup?
Right now it's just got an X-Force with JBA long tube headers, X-pipe, and X-Force axle bag.
Okay. Now you have to tell me where to go. What are we gonna do? Come over.
We'll just make a left. Yeah, just make a left, and then I guess when we get back up to that other area. Yeah. Are you good? Are you up close enough? Or woo, Mr. NASCAR.
Man.
Hey, it's when you get in someone else's car, it's a whole different ball game for the first time, especially trying to get the feel for where that clutch wants to grab.
Right, because we talked about this already, but we have way different clutches.
Yeah. Yeah, your clutch, dude. Yes. I was having a hard time with it. See, like that. That's what I was doing. You're in first now.
Oh wait, that thing pulls.
Yeah, you weren't even.
I was throttling it.
Oh yeah, I could feel you throttling it, and you weren't even taking it because see, this one red lines at 7.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay, see, I'm used to shifting mine at
like 6, right?
62.
62, yeah.
So valve springs and stuff probably raises your RPM.
Right, right. Now this is nothing like the Shelby that I saw the other night that one old dude had that I sent you that little short clip of.
That thing was a beast.
I don't know what that guy was smoking.
It was the California Special Shelby R.
Said, you know what CS stands for? Carroll Shelby. I was like, isn't that California Special?
Now, did you meet him or did he meet you?
No, I was just sitting at in the parking lot on the golf cart. I wasn't even near my car, and he just rolled up. He was local. That's going to be a video that's going to come out. Just wait for that one.
This actually drives really good with cams. I mean, I know whenever I drove your car in the parking lot, you were like, you can feel it.
Right, right.
But this is surprisingly well. I mean, I'm very impressed with these cams.
Yeah.
Because I've been wanting to do cams, but the way our race cars are with the cams, to get out of what we call cam hop, we got to turn about probably 3,000, 3,500 RPM.
Oh, wow.
So, like, you got to think when we're coming down pit road, we're coming off the track, we're downshifting 4, 3, 2, and when we get to 2, you know, we're probably going to be somewhere around 3,000, and sometimes going down pit road, you get cam hop, and when we experience pit road penalties for speeding, sometimes it's nothing more than a driver just experiencing a cam hop, and it's putting you over that 1 or 2 mile an hour threshold because you hopped on your cam.
And I want to go back to the pit stop. We saw the end result for Chadfinchum. Here's how he got there. He did this on his own, no contact, fellas.
I thought surely he had help to do this.
All I could see is Harry Hyde having an ice cream there on the pit box guy.
Oh boy, this is gonna hurt.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. Yeah, straight up Days of Thunder.
What was the reaction on the radio?
At the first. Sorry about that. Just got all I could. When I hit the brake pedal, the rear is just slumped down.
I can verify for him that that's a fact. We saw skid marks from the rear tires getting into his pit pocket.
That's an S550. The ones we have in here now are the L&M NSR.
Yeah, I like these. A little smoother. Getting used to it. Man, that thing pulled.
Doesn't it pull?
Whoa! I am not used to dead hooking from like that at 40, because you gotta think my Michelin's, I hate to say it, but it's kind of like an all show no go, because we're just spinning on the Michelin's. Man, that's something.
It does. It makes me feel good seeing a NASCAR driver impressed with my car.
Oh yeah, I mean, pedaling it on, these are 15 by
15 by 10s,
Oh.
or I think they're 10 and a half.
Man, that thing. And you may, and we talked about this too, but you make quite a bit more torque than I do. That's where our cars are different. And I can definitely feel the torque in this car.
It is hot here in Myrtle Beach.
Oh my gosh.
It's scorching. And I can feel the heat soak in this car.
I couldn't imagine, like, if we met back up on a 40-degree night, what this thing would feel like. I mean,
Oh,
just
dude.
couldn't imagine.
Oh, I can feel the difference.
Man, this thing is awesome.
Next time I see him,
I'm
his
gonna have
car-
cams.
he's gonna have a whole different setup. It's like, what you got done to your car? I got the Joyride setup.
So I would offer JD to drive my car, but I'm having a spark plug.
Yeah, he's getting a little blow by,
Breakdown.
so it's
Yeah.
breaking up top. I've never driven a car with a Kenny belt besides in the parking lot, guys. That was yours.
Yeah.
Think they want to race?
It's a 5.0 guy. You know they want to race. Man, your car's a blast to drive. Now, do you ever get it to dead hook, or no? It's just too much power.
No.
Man, this thing's awesome, JD. And the cams, I mean, to me, it doesn't affect the drivability in a bad way.
Yeah, my opinion, I think these are the best cams out there. I've had 2 sets of cams in this car, and
Now, when you say the other ones were more aggressive, like they hit harder.
I guess when I say more aggressive, it was just harder to drive. I would just be sitting at a light, idling, and all of a sudden the car would just shut off on me. I turned the AC on, and it was all over.
Then you're done.
Yeah. But this is basically like stock, other than you get a little bit of the jumpiness in parking lots, but other than that, it's good.
Once I get my car, plugs changed out and stuff, you'll have to drive mine.
Oh yeah, I've never driven a Kenny Bell, so it'll be interesting.
Your clutch is so much nicer. Mine is, which you know, this has been a cool experience for me.
If you haven't already, check out Chad. I'll link all of his social media in the description below, and give him a follow on Instagram.
Yes, please.
And I'm trying to talk him into making a YouTube channel, NASCAR vlogger, or get your wife to create a channel, wife of NASCAR vlogger. I don't know, something.
This car is, and I'm not just saying this, but it's a blast. I'm surprised how much you spin with these tires.
I think it's the torque, really.
It has to be. If you actually were able to dead hook this, it would be unreal. The G-force it would put on you.
Even with it spinning, still set your ass back in your seat.
Yeah, it does. I wonder how much stuff our wives have bought. I can't put any more in my car.
Yeah, we basically left our wives at the hippie store. And
I'm worried how much stuff she'd come out with. I'm gonna be like, honey.
Yeah. All right, are you gonna be able to make it in here? Because this is a right-hand turn.
You know, we're gonna try. I hope so.
Ooh. There we go. So here's the hippie store, and
I'm gonna back you in.
There's Mr. NASCAR's Shelby right there.
Plug issue. Yeah, we'll see about how much stuff the wives have. Man, that sounds good. Woo! It sounds like I'm at the race car. I know, I need that. JD's gonna make me spend money.
Yep. How do we finish before then?
scared to know how much stuff they pull out.
This is the driver that his wife agreed to let us put vicariously on his car.
What are you getting, Laura? You got a pile of stuff? I mean, I know you're like in heaven. This is all you.
I literally drove around yesterday just looking for like a local shop. It's all those chain beach stores. I gave up when I was driving back.
Did you find anything for the Malibu?
I did.